buddy here, totally soaked from the garden, but he's ready for his nap. So we'll see how long he stays with us. But I know for those of you that like to follow where the cats go, this is definitely one place that we tend to be. So anyway, so welcome to day 105, and I'm thrilled to be able to talk again about tendons, ligaments, muscles, and fascia. That's where we're heading today. And I'm going to do the seated form of the first half of low cup. And I'm going to do this because we have talked about different aspects of this, of part one, and just to bring it back into focus again. And yesterday I did the full Tai Chi set. So I just want to, again, just give you increments of the different options and to remind you not to just stay into structure and in Tai Chi, and I'm just going to learn how to do those 108. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure you're gaining experience that you can take back to that Tai Chi set. If you can't remember the set, it's okay. You know, eventually you will, and you can piece it together, but you can take segments of things and you can play with segments. And as long as you get that energy starting to flow, you're going to have huge changes that can happen. So I just want you to open yourself up to learn other things, even if you can't remember the whole set. And seated is wonderful because you don't have to worry about directions, because low cup has a lot of direction changes, and that's also very important, particularly for orientation and development of the different dimensions of movement. And so when you're seated, then you don't have to worry about doing all those turns, but you still get that benefit. Okay, so let's start. So we need a bow. So we have left hand. Ladies grab the left hand, gentlemen grab the right. And we've got our bow. Bringing in the gratitude, nice deep breath. Totally relax. Okay, turning the palms over. A nice lift up through the spine, up through the top of the head. Let that relax. You'll find the pelvis is going to shift back and forth a fair bit, and that's wonderful. Keep it nice and relaxed. So we have expansion of the hands all the way around. Turn the hand. It's going to come up the front. So the right hand is in the front. Turn to your right, reaching out. Sink. I think my hand was a little high there. Comes back. Right hand is going to go up, and then you're going to wipe. This goes to the brow, and then there's a wipe. It's just a little bit of awareness into your feet. Brush knee. Hold the ball. This goes to the brow. And then goes down to the knee. This is going to come along to expand out, sink, then you're going to go lift, up through the back of the head, open, sink. We worked on this yesterday, pushing out. Then this would have a roll. We have a turn to the right, and then it would come back, lift up. So it's going up through the spine, sink. Okay, now you're going to walk through your feet. This is what we did yesterday, because we worked on rising up on the ball of the foot, and a little bit of a leg cramp. I know I need to work on that. It's too tight. I'm going to turn, roll the hands. Left hand is going to be a little bit further out. This is going to come up. Over the top, sink, awareness into your right foot, awareness into the left foot, brings the hand back, and then the right hand comes out flat. Hold the ball, expand, hold the ball, expand, open the hands, push out. Awareness into your right. We worked on this sequence quite a bit last week. This is push out, straight forward. This is going to rise up, turn over the top, and this is going to come out. This would have a spiral with the right foot. We were walking, and this is going to come out. Hold the ball. This is going to come out, and then this goes white right, white left, up to the top. Beautiful pause right there. We have to the left, to the right, hold the ball, and reach out. This is that little bit of push into the feet, expansion, and we have turn and wipe. Green dragon reaches out his claw. This is going to come through, down, roll that all the way around, brush knee. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, green dragon. Hold the ball. Goes to the brow. To the brow. Okay. Does it come around? Nope. Oh, I just had that thought of which direction am I facing, and then that was the end of it. Okay, so just hold on a sec. To the brow, to the brow. This is going to come back. So here we go. Right hand is out. This is going to come back. Left hand comes up over the top. Left goes behind, right goes behind, comes through. Okay, then you come up to hold the flowers. Awareness in your left foot. Reach out. Awareness into your right foot. Reach out. Open the hands. You're going to walk through the feet. Push out. This comes back around, comes through, around, and reach. Sink back, so you have a nice lift through the spine and then a drop. Expand. Lift, sink. Lift, sink. Lift. You can feel your feet in the floor with this one, which we worked on last week. Rolling the fingers. Hold the ball. Roll the fingers. Ball, roll the fingers, hold the ball, roll the fingers, hold the ball. This is going to be posting the letter, child posts the letter, open, hand goes out, you're going to walk through the feet, so you're coming up into the ball of the foot, reach out, comes back. This would go sink. Hook the fingers up to the top, lift up through the spine, open, sink. So this would turn out, turn and cross. This would go down into a snake. So turn all the way around, put out your right hand. Turn in it, roll all the way through out into a snake. You would turn, this would come up. You'd be lifting your left foot, spinning on your heel, cross, out, walk through the foot, out, sink, go up, sink, two-hand push, out, nice lift, brush knee. Now you have lift, left hand is coming up, spiral, so awareness into your right leg, hold the flowers. This is going to go down, the left hand is going to fall through, you lift up the left hand, lift up the right hand, the hands will go past each other, and then you have a brush knee. It's going to come up, awareness into the left foot, awareness into the right, Awareness into the left. Right hand goes down this time. Hands change places. This is going to be open and expand. And brush knee. Then you're going to take your cone out. Bring it out in front. Sink back. Open. Sinking belly. Shift. Belly. Shift. Belly. Shift. Cross hands. Open. And sink. Beautiful. We made it. Just one glitch. Okay. You coming down there, Hunter? Hello, buddy. There's our bow and our gratitude at the end. Okay, and you're looking for the stool, aren't you? Okay, so apologize for that one little glitch. However, what I'm hoping that you noticed is, as we went through the movement, there would be like sinks, and then there'd be these rises. And it's like a wave, coming through the wave. Okay. That wave is your flow of energy, the energy opening up. But you also have the tendons, the ligaments, the fascia, all working in tandem with the muscle. That is important because as you relax to take that deep breath and you sink down, allow the diaphragm to drop in the expansion, then there's this lift that comes up and just pulls you right out through the top of the head, and you completely change the dynamics coming through your spine. So there's so many great moves in here. I'm just trying to think where the best one is. So if we were to take, let's do, this one has to do with mountains and the water falling. I can't remember the exact title. But this little piece here, so you have a sink and then you have a lift. So let's just bring that. So you had done, sometimes we call it Rock the Baby, which isn't the title, but that's what we've called it. And then you have a reach out with your left hand. And then this will come back, and the hands are going to pass each other. Now, if you bring awareness to your palms, you'll feel that energy, and then you're going to sink. One palm, which is the left one right now, is to the floor. The other one is coming out. They're going to pass each other. Feel that energy between the hands. Sink. Up through the spine. Sink. Up through the spine. Sink. And then we would have to come out to roll the fingers on the end of that. Okay, so now let's work through a few dynamics that are in here. We spent the last week working on the feet and what the floor feels like, the connection that happens in the floor and pulling energy out of the floor and letting that energy come out, up, and right through the top. Okay, so notice if the reflexes aren't working quite right, you'll be pushing more into the ball of the foot. You saw my heels pop up. It's like this is the kind of action. Okay, let's turn a little bit so you might be able to see my feet better. So you have that little action. But what you want to do is have that connection to the floor and feel the whole foot connected to the floor. Okay? Now, the other part, so that's the energy flowing up, coming through. Then we have this sink, where you're not really like sitting down on the chair and then slouching. It's just that the body kind of does this down into the center, and then it pulls up and out and lifts. And that expansion contraction piece is working that lower dantian below the belly button to build energy for you. And then you have all the tendons that are holding on to the bone of the spine, going out to the muscles. All of that is relaxing with this beautiful action. And as it's relaxing, we're calming emotions. And I talked about that way back, I don't know, in the 30s or 40s days. But that beautiful massage is changing the dynamics of emotion in the tissue that's coming along there. Okay? So now that I said that, then you have from T2, just below the neck, up to the base of the neck, so C7, and you have how that power comes out from the shoulder, out the arms, and this beating right here, okay? So now we have inside, what is going on with this? So one hand is going to reach out. So my right hand is going out at the moment, and there's a little extension that's coming from my shoulder blade, pushing the tissue forward, and it's creating a little wave with the ribs. And then this hand is going to push down to the floor. So the left hand is pulling energy out of the floor and connect to the leg, the left leg and foot. So then we have this lift, and the spine opens right up as the hands go to change, and they pass each other. You've got an exchange there, and then you have this sink. And now you have energy going out that right palm. Lift, expansion through the whole spine, and then the left hand sinks to the floor to gain energy from the floor. Lift, expand, feel your hands pass, sink. Okay, so you've got that little action happening in there. And inside, all the organs are doing these little micro shifts inside. From the spine, you have the inside of the spine coming out to all the organ systems, and that's where the fascia starts to get involved in this. It's just this tiny little massage. So if you haven't been moving that before, you're going to have all this little rotating going on. Okay, so we had done rock the baby, come across, and then reach out. So you're going to push into the feet, going to come up, put space in between the joints, sink. So you're bringing energy in, left hand, sink. Energy out with the right hand, sink. Lift, sink. Then this would go, hold the ball. And now you're going to roll those fingers. The rolling of the finger, okay, so there's my balloon wall. I'm not going to be able to get there. So the rolling of the fingers, if you haven't done that before, looks like a fan, okay, when it comes through. So your hand starts to come out flat, and then one by one, each finger is going to roll. That is really important for the way that reflexes function in the body. And if some of the hand reflexes aren't working quite right, you have hand grasping, and you also have hand pushing. So when you pull things too close to you, you hold on tight, you try to control it, you don't share with anybody, you won't give it to somebody else, you hold on to it. That's what happens if it's not set right. Or pushing away. I don't want to know about it, don't tell me about it, I don't want this, and you push away instead of actually learning more about something. So this little piece, rolling the fingers, has to do with the way the hands work on a structural perspective and reflexes. I see you. Here, I'll share the bench with you. There. There you go. Perfect. You could say hello to everybody. Okay? There you go. Okay, the next part of that is when you roll those fingers, there's this connection that happens through the hand, the elbow, the shoulder, into the spine. And this roll, if we have everything lined up nice and long, we're going to change the dynamics. Tiniest little move that's going to come through the spine. Hi. Okay, so let's go back to, we did rock the baby, hold the ball, and then reach out. Okay, and then we're going to go back. So we're lifting up through the spine, and then sink, low hunter, up through the spine, sink, up and sink, up and sink. Yes, hello you. Hold the ball, and then this is going to come out. Roll. Hold the ball. Roll. There's those fingers. We've got that little massage that goes back and forth between the feet. Changing the dynamics of the tailbone, changing the dynamics of the pelvis. Hold the ball, and then this would take us to posting the letter. Child posts the letter. Comes around, opens, I think I'm a little early with the open. Okay, you just keep nudging my elbow. Say, paying attention, right? Pay attention. We are paying attention. Okay, let's try that again. See if you can get the lift, the drop, and the lift, and the opening. Okay, and then we'll take it to standing after that. Okay, so you've had rock, and then reach out. Push into the feet. This is beautiful lift, sink. Breath, you can get all the air in. Sink. Lift, sink. Hold the ball, and now this is a roll. It's going to come out. Ball. Out. Hold the ball. Out. Hold the ball. Out. Hold the ball. This is going to go out. And comes around. This is a figure 8. It goes out in front. This is going to come through. Nope. It's going to open. Sorry. Then comes through. Comes up. See my feet change there. And then reach out. Now, that's a little pattern that I've stumbled across when I do the walking form, which is why I'm stumbling over it now, which for me is a good thing to know. It's still not really solid for me to feel it. I know where it goes, but I need to spend more time with it. So whatever movement-wise inside of me is not comfortable with that little pattern, I need to work on it so it really solves itself. And then that will solve some of the other reflex patterns, movement systems that might not be integrated correctly. Okay, so let's go from post the letter. So we've got out. Okay, so you can see how the hands can make a figure 8 pattern here. Open. Comes through, and then this figure 8 pattern, go up through the feet, and out. Okay, the reason I'm showing you this is because if you follow the line of the hips, the shoulders, the arms, the hands, here is a dynamic change that comes through all the tissue in the figure 8 pattern. Then if you open this up, that starts the figure 8 at the back, takes it forward, takes it up, there goes your feet, takes it through. Okay, now I'm exaggerating it so that you can try to find it, but you have this pattern here. So the figure 8 is coming like this. And if you notice your palms, your right palm is facing you, and it's like it curves around the outer edge of that 8. And then your left palm does a similar action. And again, I'm exaggerating it so you can find it. Okay, so now if you open the hands, that goes around the outside edge of a circle. And then this comes through. And then the pattern goes up. And again, I'm exaggerating it. Down, out. And while you're moving through the feet, inside is the rest of the figure 8. It comes through the body, and then it finishes out. So there's this multi-dimensional piece that goes on with this section. Some of it's on the outside, you can see, some of it's on the inside. But what's important is the fascia, the ligament, tendon, muscle are all tandemly reorganizing themselves. Okay, so let's do that little part. So let's go from rolling the fingers on the right, hold the ball, on the left, and again what we're doing is we're massaging through the spine and on the inside of the spine. That starts to change what's happening on the core of the body. So now we have out, there's a lift, through, there's a sink and a lift, open, through, lift, goes right down the spine. So we work that spine all over, and now you bring it straight up and you integrate with your fingers right here. Pull the elbow together. This is going to open all the way around, sink. And then it'll come out afterwards. Okay, so you can see this wave constantly working and manipulating inside. Now again, I exaggerated the movements. If you're learning it from someone for beginners, you're not going to notice that at all. And if you are doing the walking part of it, you may not notice it at all either. I'm just bringing your awareness that it's inside there and it's so intricate and small. Okay, so let's take that. Pull this out. Okay, and let's do that whole pattern standing up. So we came around, we rocked, and then we reached out with the left hand. Okay, I'm just going to come forward because I need to go backwards. Okay, so we're going to step back, patois with the left. Here go the hands, sink. There's the tailbone drop. Rise, sink. So you can feel there's this tiny little massage going on in the spine, in the standing version as well as the seated version. Hold the ball, step, and now the fingers are rolling out, and you know you're changing the way the tendons are working through those vertebrae on the spine. Comes through, comes through. Okay, now I'm just going to back up a little bit so I can do the next part. Hold the ball. So this is going to come out to post the letter. Step with the left foot. Open. This is going to come through. Step. Walk through the feet. You'll notice the hand does a drop because of the way you're going to walk through your feet. Sink and then reach out. Okay, let's do that last little part again. So you have post the letter to the right, post the letter to the left, open, that finishes that piece, through, walk through the feet, toe, heel, toe, push out. And then this would sink back into the left foot, creates a spiral action now. Roll that foot all the way around. So inside the hip socket it's opening. Step. Okay, and you would be facing to your back. I'm just going to turn around so you can see me though. Okay, so you're going to go sink. Connect the fingers. And now tailbone is going to drop because you pushed into your feet. The movement is going to come right up your spine. Your elbows are going to try to come as close together as they can. And the tailbone is going to drop as the fingers roll around the base of your hand and then sink. Okay, so there's quite a movement that happens in there. All right, so if I do that little pattern again for you, I'm going to step with my right foot. Hand is out. And I know we did this before, but we weren't talking about it in terms of the tissue this way. So this comes around, so you turn your whole right side, step open, sink, feel that, push up, feel the tailbone line up. Lengthening is going to come by how your tailbone starts to drop before you get to the top. Your hands are going up, but your tailbone's going down. Sink. And then this would have an opening that would turn you around after. Okay, let's do it one more time because I know I stopped to talk. Push out. Sink back. Sorry. Yep, no, that's right. Sink back. I forgot about my left hand. So, right is going to come around, right foot. Step open. You know, a whole bunch of stuff that went on in the hip socket there. Sink. Push. Expand. Tailbone drops. Your arms keep going up, your tailbone goes down. Sink. And then this would open, and you feel the hips releasing and letting go. Remember that releasing it? So remember I was saying hand grasping or hands pushing away. happens the same in the hips. If this is too tight, this is going to be tight. If you keep pushing away, you'll be tight from behind, gripping. Those are the people that stand locked. It's like, oh, back up. Okay, you want to be like, yep, I got this. I got this nice and soft. Okay, so let's try this again. You've got rock the baby, reach out. I just realized I came too far back. Sorry. Step with the left foot, lift, and then sink. Drop. Lift, sink. Opening that back, lift, sink. I can feel my stomach now starting to go with it. Step, hold the ball, right foot, roll. Hold the ball, roll. Hold the ball, roll. Hold the ball, roll. Okay, so now from right there, hold there. This is going to go hold the ball, expand, down into your right foot, step left, push from the right into the left, open the hands, step and push out, walk up into the toes, step toe heel, heel goes down, and then step through, push. Okay, that's what the problem was before. I had the wrong hand. This is going to sink back a little under, sink. This is going to come up. Right foot, left foot, sink. And I just changed positions so you can still see me, so my back is into you. This is coming up as it gets towards the top, tailbone drops, sink, and then that would open to go up to hold. Okay, that is a beautiful little place to massage the back. So you have parting horse's mane in Tai Chi, which is flat, but you don't roll the fingers there. And that's a different move with a different purpose. And you know that the heel of the hand, the way that you change that, changes the pelvis. So in the Tai Chi set, you don't want to roll the fingers because you're doing something different. So just don't try to substitute into other parts. It doesn't work. You want to keep them separate. Okay, so that's that little piece. And we spent a fair bit of time working through this little piece, but we didn't do it in terms of fascia, ligament, tendon, muscle. So let's put our intention into there and just review that little piece because it's such a great piece to work with. Okay, so you would have come around the brush knee. My problem is just getting into it. Which is all easy probably for you guys to notice. Okay, so what I want to focus on is the down parts. So if you put the left foot in the front and you've got the spiral with your right hand, you step to hold the flowers, comes up. So now right here, let's think about the tissue. Your hand goes up, your tailbone goes down. So you start to drop. And then the toe goes out, but you keep all your weight on the back foot. It's going to go down. You're going to let everything release, go down into your feet, and the palm is going to come up on the left. Palm is going to come up on the right. Sink. Expand. And then change. Okay? I'll just do this side since we're here. So this has push up with that right, your weight is in the left, sink. So as this hand is there, you've got that sink into the left foot, and then this is going to spiral. Shift your weight into your right leg. Step to hold the flowers. Now, think about that spine. So your hand goes up, but your tailbone goes down. Place the foot. This goes down the leg. hands change. Push up through that right foot, goes past, and comes around, push. Okay, there's a lot of moves in there. We've talked about the pelvis, the change of the palm, okay? So you have the hip, pelvis is doing this little thing here, which look, becomes a figure eight with this. So we have a figure eight going on. Happens in the shoulder too, okay? Shoulder blades as well. It's like so small, okay? But what we want to focus on is the tendons and the muscle into that bone. So one comes up, the other one goes down, and you can feel in the spine the change comes through the tissue. And I know it just looks like I'm bending, but actually my tailbone drops and I start to feel right down my spine. Okay, so there's a separation that happens there. Okay, so if we go into so you're on your left, into the left, which shifts to the right. You can feel it down the back of your right leg, if you have a tight leg like mine. Step. Now, right here, this is going to open. This is going to turn to hold the flowers. Shoulders open, and if you get it right, as you go down, the tailbone will line up with the floor and open the pelvis from behind. Okay? So this turns, and you can feel it right down into your back, lower back. You rise up, and then before you get to the top, you're already dropping back down again. So you've given your back 2 massages right there. Toe goes out. Now the fingers are going to line up. Stay on your right foot, and then shift. Now here you have 2 different positions with your hands as you come up from the floor. The pelvis changes and the shoulders change. Sink. This is going to reach past. It's like you stretch energy and then send it where it needs to go. Okay, you want to do that again? There was a lot in there. Okay, what is so beautiful is that awareness of how the shoulders and the hips open up together. So you have stand on your right, Paco with the left, sink, spiral, comes through your right lower leg into your left. Okay, so now the arms go to turn, the pelvis shifts at the back, you can feel the lower back, up, sink, you can feel the ribs change, you feel your back change, step, sink, drop down, push up. Now this is going to go past, so there's a drop, and then there's a release. Okay, so let's try it on the other side. So you have down in your right, push off your right. This is going to go spiral from the left foot, you can feel it in the back, into the right. Step. Now you're going to rotate those hands, and as they go up, you can feel your lower back open, and then sink. Step, hand goes down, this is going to go down, and as you push into that right foot, the lower back is going to relax, open, expand, and push through, out. Okay. Let's just do that little piece again. What I'm going to do though is turn myself so I don't end up to the back for you. I'm going to do it from this direction. Okay, so we're going to go from the left foot into the right foot, sink. Place the foot parallel, turn the hands and feel the lower back open, feel right here, pull this way. And not because you're going to go pull, it's just you feel it open, okay? So you're here, step, okay. So I turn my hands, and as I do that, I'm letting my shoulders open and my back open the same. Goes up. So you open sideways and then you go lengthen. Just by how you change there. Toe goes out. Hand comes down. You sink. Down. Feel that back. Push into your right foot. You can feel it open in your back. Lower back in particular. Step. Those hands pass each other. And then push. Out. Okay. All right, let's try that one more time. If you have a chance to play with this, this is really, really intricate. You have to move so slow in order to feel it. And if you don't feel it today, don't feel like you're a disappointment. This is really intricate work, and the link of the tissue in the arms and the elbows to the shoulders, which link up to the hips, the knees, and the ankles. All of that is one unit. That's a lot of information that you've learned. Okay, so spiral, sink, oh, let the breath go. Okay, this is going to go. Sink into the right, open that lower back, lengthen, now drop the spine. So you've got the two directions, out and then up and down. Sink, push, through the spine. I think I forgot to turn my hand there. Brush knee. And out. One of the delightful things when I learned low cup was we learned low cup and then we were sent off on our own. We weren't to talk about it. And to know now, many years later, we can talk about it. We can talk about all these dynamic pieces that are happening. I didn't learn it that way, and then when I'm doing it, I'm so excited about the movements that other pieces get lost in that process. Okay, so let's back ourselves up. To the first one, and I'll see if I can squeeze it in here into the space. Try to do it on an angle for you. Okay, so this is going to go spiral into your left foot. Hold the flowers. So now, let the hands turn and open the spine first. Come up, I should say lower back, because this is the opening of the spine here. Step, or toe out, I mean. Sink, drop. Right hand is to the floor, then left hand is to the floor. Then it comes out, step, brush knee. Half a step with your left foot. Weight goes out of your right into the left. You turn your right foot 45. Now, go down. Let the spine open with your hands. Up. Let the length of the spine come in. I'm noticing I don't have as much movement now because we've done it so much. Hands change. What I can tell you is I don't think I've gone down so low on that position. And I can do that because we're going so slow. Usually I kind of can't get my knees down there, but today it's like I've got my weight, I'm connected, my back is open, my hip is open, the pelvis opened, and everything's working. And then it's like, oh, I actually have more ability. Crazy. So, time, patience, and letting things open, and everything can change. Okay, I just had a, there, I'm just going to try to, it's that message thing that keeps popping up and I can't see on the screen. Okay, let's do a standing version of low cup, part one. I did the seated at the beginning. Now let's do it standing. And you're welcome to go back to seated if you wish. But what I want you to be aware of is all of that tissue we've talked about today and expanding through the lower back this way and then expanding this way. And remember that even though you feel it on the back side, you have a lot that's going on the inside that you might not realize. And as your spine lengthens, you're often thinking it's the back of the body, but you also have a front side to the spine. And there's a lot of lymph nodes in there. So you have a lot of fluid that can change as a result of how you're moving the spine. And we don't often talk about that either. Okay, so I don't know what direction is the best one for you. I'm going to face this way and I'll just move around if I need to. Okay, so your palm, I didn't have to go that direction. Okay, so palm is going to come up. So now we're thinking about all that tissue. So as it comes out, you feel your shoulder blades open, feel the tailbone expand, lengthen, and then turn that over. Okay. Sink. So now you let the hips relax, then the lower back can open. The right hand is going to come out, and there's awareness in your right foot. Awareness in your left foot has a bit of a rise in it, and then there's a sink. Just as your hand goes to turn, tailbone lines up with the floor. As your hand comes up, you feel that right through your neck, actually, up into your ear. It's going to reach out, nice and long, sink. That's going to rotate into the left foot, turn and sink back. This is going to wind up, and as it pulls back, think about that lower back and all the tissue. Step with the left foot, goes to the brow. Push into the foot and sink back. Feel what happens to that lower back. Sink. Hold the ball. Sink. Place the foot. This is going to go to the brow. Sink back. Brush knee. Sink. Now this comes back. Your palms pass each other. Expand out. Feel your tailbone drop. Turn your foot. Step together. Sink. Tailbone drops. Spine opens. Or so pelvis, sorry. Lift. Open. Sink. Feel the diaphragm drop. That's going to come through the legs. Wherever you're comfortable going, reach out. Sink. The spine open before you leave. Blow the hands. Sink back. So this is where we started today. This movement here. Rise up. Out. Tailbone drops. Sink. Now, if you're on the bench, you're going to rise through your toes. Up. Toe heel. Sink. Let the spine open. Two-handed push. Out. Sinks back. Turn the right foot. Now, turn the hands to hold the flowers. Then let the tailbone go. Let the pelvis open. Let the shoulder blades open. Sink into your left. Let it drop. Step parallel. And now lift that up as tall as you can take it. Up. So you have a big expansion through the body. Sink. Down into your right leg. And then you're going to spiral up the right leg. Through the body. Down back into that right leg. Hand comes close to your hip. Step. And this is going to go palm out. Flat. Okay, I'm just going to get out of the way of the table. Okay, so we have sink, feel that tailbone, lower back, brow. Hold the ball, sink. Again, feel that lower back, brow. Sink. This is going to open. There's that figure 8 pattern that comes right through the body. Sink. Going to come back, up and over. I think I might have missed something. If I did, I apologize. Turn. I'm just thinking about all these pieces. This is going to come out. Sink. Comes up. Again, you don't have to go as low as I just did. I just have everything so open, I don't feel any pain. Step, so I'm going to be underneath the lamp. Sorry, sink. This is, everything is open and I can sink easily. Turn that right heel, hold the ball, sink. Lower back opens. Just keep massaging the bottom there. Step. Then you go. Wipe the table, wipe the table, reach up. I'm totally facing a different direction. Look to the left, look to the right, hold the ball, and then it would be reach out with the left hand, reach out with the right hand, reach out with the left hand, plant the foot, hand comes back, up. So now right here as you go to reach, think about your tailbone and let it go. As you sink back into your right foot, your spine is nice and long. Turn the whole left side, lengthen. This is going to slide down into the snake. This is going to come all the way around and push out. Sink. You're going to feel that come through your back. Ah, this is what I thought I'd missed, but I didn't. This is going to rise up, up, right up through your feet, up onto the ball of the left foot, toe heel right, heel toe left, push out. Sink back, hold the ball, step with your right foot, and it's going to go to the brow, and I'm going to move. Okay? So you're here. Now, when you go to sink back, push into that right foot, feel the tailbone move. Feel how everything lines up so the back is completely open. This goes left hand over, right foot turns, right hand over. Now feel the tailbone, lower back, around. Reach up to hold the flower. So now you know, open the shoulders, open the lower back, sink. Step. This is going to push out. Hold the flowers. Okay, now here again. Shoulders come around, elbows come together. You can feel that in the lower back. Step, and this is going to push out. Go up through the toes, toe heel, heel toe, sink. Push back into your right foot. Turn your left side. Over to your left foot. Roll and reach out. Okay, I'm just going to back myself up because this is what we worked on. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Wrong way. Step into your right foot and feel that spine line up. Step. Hands pass each other. Drop the tailbone. Gently massage up and down. Beautiful, slow movements. The body feels very safe. Step. Okay. And now you're going to roll the fingers. Now that it feels safe, you can change the tissue. And again, think about you've got the tissue on the inside of the spine rather than the back side. That is connected to those organs, also to the lymph nodes. Clearing that out. Okay, so hold the ball. I'm just going to move back. So it's going to push out, sink. Your weight is in your right foot. It comes through. There's a wave. Comes around. Open. Step into the right foot. Rise up through the right foot. Step, toe, heel, heel, toe, step and push out. Sink back. This is going to come around, turning your right foot all the way around to face the back. I'm just going to move so you can see. And I'm going to go a little bit on an angle so you can see. Sink. Now, feel right through those legs. Push into the feet. As the elbows come together, shoulder blade opens, pelvis opens. Feel the length of the spine sink. Turn the whole left side around. You're going to come up to hold the flowers. Now you know this. Shoulder opens, lower back opens. Okay, so you've got that whole piece. This is going to reach out, brush. Hold the ball. This goes to the brow. Back myself up here. This part we didn't really work on today, so this will be a piece in there you might not know. Turn to the right, or right foot turns in. This is going to slide. Heel goes down. Turn. Go up on your toe. And you're facing the side. Sink. Tailbone opens. Okay. Tailbone opens, and then just have to think about this for a second. You step. Pakwa. Pigeon-toed. Goes up. There's that hold the flower again. Sink. Open the spine. Through. Around. And this is going to have the left hand come, or the left foot come up. Sink down on your right foot. Open the spine. Feel the spine open. Turn yourself around. I'll back up so you can see that. So everything is open. And just spin on your heel. This is going to come around. Here. Okay. So then you're going to come up. You're going to turn up. Open the spine. Two-handed push. Out. Hand comes up. And I'm going to be facing the wrong way for you to see. I want to turn myself how we practiced. Okay, so brush me left. Half a step with the right. Come into the right. Here's the spiral. Into the right, over to the left. Goes up. Feel the shoulders. Feel the pelvis. Sink. All the weight is on the right. Down the leg. Down into the floor. Pushing up. Step open. Brush knee. Push. Spiral. Hold the flowers. So now you know. Shoulders, pelvis, tailbone, open, toe, slide, change hands, expand, brush knee. I'm just going to back up so that'll be in your view for the last little piece. Sink back into your right. Make that cone with your right hand. Sink. Back into the right. Drop. Pakwa. Toe heel. We worked on belly yesterday. Pakwa. Toe heel. And I would turn to face the other way, which is left foot would turn to face the front. Right foot would face the front. Open. I'm just going to turn so I finish to you. And then sink. Right here, my lower back is telling me I definitely moved some things. It's like, what are you doing? Okay, let's put a bow on the end of that. That was so wonderful to walk through. I hope you could feel all those pieces the same as I was describing them. Now, the value of that is when you play with this little sequence and you get really familiar with the movement, it's going to transfer into your Tai Chi, and you'll notice it'll show up. Hold the flowers happens a lot, but how often do we go hold the flowers? Very structural. But today we turned it into a multi-movement approach. So you've got a whole bunch more going on. Okay, I took an hour. That's your Sunday. That's what happens when it's raining. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. I will see you on Monday. And I haven't got the plans launched for Wednesday's celebration yet, but I will. I'm just working through a couple of details, and I'll be able to get that underway, and I'll post it. But I thank you for being here. Day 105. I'll see you for the last 3 lessons. Here we go.